I had a great start, obviously competing at British Champs, got a silver medal there, which is quite unexpected. But then it was a bit disappointing when the original lockdown was announced, because obviously it was a big year ahead, getting ready for Tokyo Olympics. So it was a bit of a kick in the teeth when the original lockdown was announced, but it was sort of a few weeks until they were making a decision about Tokyo, so that was like sort of giving me a drive to go ahead, carry on training. But then the Tokyo Olympics was then postponed, which was a bit annoying because I'd worked so hard, trained so hard ever since probably October time that year, which was difficult, but in hindsight it was the right decision to be made, and it's also given me an extra year to get ready for next year's Olympics. Yeah, that's benefited me massively, I think, anyway, because I was sort of with an outside chance of being selected for the Olympics in 2020, but with my performances then later on in the year in 2020, it's proper like knocked the nail on the head, saying I'm actually in with a real chance of going to Tokyo. I could actually make it to the Olympics rather than having hit and miss whether I'll actually get there or not. Yeah, it was a great experience actually being able to race again. I almost forgot what it was like. And it was even better to have like good competitors around me, just to have some competition. Like I've been training on my own, running on grass, running on hills, and then got access to the track later on in July. So I've been running on my own for 6 months, and then actually having people to I can run against felt great. I went into the Champs as one of the favourites to win. Unfortunately it didn't come out that way. I ended up coming 5th in the actual race, but that was just something on my end that went wrong. But no, I love the pressure. I thrive with pressure. It's something I really enjoy, is competing on the TV and in front of people. Yeah, just going to big competitions is what I love to do. Yeah, so it was a bit of a kick in the teeth with training, with the new lockdown being announced for the next 2 weeks, because I feel like I'm in the best shape I've ever been in at the moment. But in hindsight, it's for the safety and health of everyone, really. It won't affect me massively because I ran well in the summer off just training on grass and hills and stuff. So I'll just do the same again for 2 weeks. I don't feel like I'll lose much fitness, if any, or much strength. But yeah, it is a bit annoying now because I just love running on the track, but obviously we can't do that for the next 2 weeks or so. So this is the big one really this year, which is Tokyo Olympics 2021, where I hope to be involved in the 4x400 metre relay, or if I can go just a bit quicker and be involved in the 400 metre individual event. Also this year is the European Under-23 Championships in Norway, which I also hope to medal or win the 400 metres there. And then in 2022 there's the Birmingham Commonwealth Games, which it's sort of been a target for me since I was quite young, because 2014 and 2018 I was a bit too young to run the times which qualified me to go, but now I feel like I'm knocking on the door of a qualification to go to the Birmingham Games.